were a series of holy wars lasting over hundreds of years. They are fought against Christian enemies, mostly Muslims, Jews, and other religious extremities. Those that fought were promised by the Pope with entry to heaven and other hopes. The Crusades were mostly made to retake Jerusalem, the Holy Land. All the religions believe in unison. In 1095, Constantinople was threatened. The Seljuks got close, the Christians gathered their weapons. Constantinople's emperor appealed to the Pope, asked him if he would be able to give him some hope. The Pope then called a council of nobles and church leaders to take their counsel. They said it would be a good idea to call a crusade, said anyone who helped to go to heaven to persuade. The Second Crusade, starting with Edessa, is recaptured, called by Pope Eugenius III to set out to capture. The French and Germans participated in this crusade, suffering numerous casualties along the way. The Crusaders decided to attack Damascus after talking to the nobles of Jerusalem, a meeting of the masses. They left Damascus in defeat. This crusade achieved nothing, a pointless feat. The Crusades were a series of holy wars lasting over hundreds of years. They were fought against Christian enemies, mostly Muslims, Jews, and other religious extremities. Those that fought were promised by the Pope with entry to heaven and other hopes. The Crusades were mostly made to retake Jerusalem, the Holy Land. All the religions believed in unison. The Children's Crusade was made up of children. Although the details are unclear, the event filled with confusion. This crusade was made up of two groups, one of them French, the other of German troops. This crusade was never authorized. The Pope never approved it. To wait to grow up was what he advised. Few reached Jerusalem, then disappeared. This is an example of religious fever when things are too revered. The Reconquista happened in 1492. Spanish Catholics wanted to take over, the Muslims' land had grew. Granada fell quickly, cut off from any aid. Spanish decided on a siege, not to invade. They slowly took back Muslim lands, using the Inquisition to force Jews in Muslims' hands. Ferdinand and Isabella led the Reconquista to expand their kingdom over the Iberian Peninsula. The Crusades were a series of holy wars lasting over hundreds of years. They were fought against Christian enemies, mostly Muslims, Jews, and other religious extremities. Those that fought were promised by the Pope with entry to heaven and other hopes. The Crusades were mostly made to retake Jerusalem, the Holy Land. All the religions believed in unison.